There are 6 tasks in the speaking test, and those tasks are assessed using different marking scales, as productive skills cannot be assessed automatically. The students will need headphones and a microphone because they need to hear questions and they need to be able to record their answers. When the students take the written tests, you can have 20 or 25 students in computer lab. However, with the speaking test, a speaking schedule should be put together so that there are fewer students in one room taking the test. During the pilots, we saw different solutions. In some schools, for example, we had bigger rooms where about 5 students were taking the test at the same time. But then, of course, you have to make sure that the distance between the students is big enough so that they won't disturb each other. Also, we have several versions of the speaking test so that the students taking the test wouldn't be taking exactly the same test all the time. There's also a practice test available, so I will quickly show you how to access it. The ID of the test is 7795. When you go on A's, you have to log in. And after you've logged in, you can see the test here. So it's the practice test, the speaking one. You can see the structure of the test, and you can also see the preview, what it looks like. And then you can add your students here and they can practice taking it. You cannot assess it, but at least your students will get an experience and they will know what to expect. Okay, so this is the introduction to the speaking test. And again, before they start taking the test, they will have to check whether they can hear the questions. So they test their headphones by listening to an audio file, and then they can again adjust the volume. And then they also need to make sure that the microphone records their answers. So they have to click on Alustan vastamist to start recording. Here they just say their name and they stop. And then here they can see the file they've recorded, and then they can listen to the file and see whether they can hear their name or not. And after everything is okay, they can just save and move on to the tasks. Task 1 is a task where they need to read aloud, read out a short text, which is approximately 55 words long. So first they should take some time and just read it silently. And when they are ready, they can start recording and then they read it out loud. They have 60 seconds to read the text aloud. However, usually it doesn't take as long, but we wanted to make sure that they have plenty of time. And now we'll listen to one example of a student taking this task.
Mary's parents gave her a dog for her birthday. His name is Spot. He is black. Mary is worried because she can't find her dog. Mary is looking for him in the park. She hears barking. She calls her dog's name. Now she can see Spot. They are both very happy.
Okay, so as you can see, the sentences are fairly short and the words are easy. However, there are some words like park and bark and very and worried, for example, that they should be able to distinguish between. Then task 2. So now they have to answer 3 questions based on the reading text. So they listen to the question, they hear it twice, and then as soon as this audio file, the question file, finishes, the recording starts automatically, and then they have to answer the question. So let's listen to one example.
Why is Mary worried? Why is Mary worried?
Okay, so they can hear the question twice, and then a sample answer.
Mary is worried because she can't find her dog.
And here, so they can see the text is here, so they just have to find the right place in the text where the answer is. Okay, task 3. There are 4 short questions on different topics. So here the questions are general and they test different tense forms, for example, the past tense, the present, the future. And it's also, there are also questions about their favorite things, things they like to do, and so on. So definitely A2 questions. And here it works in the same way. So they first just listen to the question, they will hear it twice, and as soon as the questions finish, the recording starts and they will have to answer. And they have 15 seconds to answer the question. So one example here.
What did you do on your last birthday? What did you do on your last birthday?
Okay, so what did you do on your last birthday? So the question was about the past tense and an example answer.
On my last birthday, I went to a bowling place with my family and we had a lot of fun. We had some food and we were very happy after it.
Okay, so and so whenever they have some time given, they should try to say as much as they can so that we could, or you as teachers or we as assessors could see how good they are at English. Task 4 is a sentence correction task. Now there's a picture they can see. They should quickly have a look at the picture and then they will hear some sentences about the picture. And then, however, not everything they hear is correct. So their task is to look at the picture and repeat the sentence they heard with correct information. Let's look at one example.
They are in town. They are in town.
Okay, so they are in town, which isn't true. So they seem to be somewhere else. So let's see what the student says.
They are in the forest.
So they are in the forest. Okay, so they just need to repeat the sentence, but use correct information. Okay. After 4 sentence correction questions, they move on to the picture description task. So they have exactly the same picture, and now their task is to describe the people and the place, and they should say as much as they can. They have some questions there to help them. So, for example, what do the people look like? Where are they? What are they doing? How are they feeling? And they have 45 seconds to talk about the picture. So here they can start describing the picture when they are ready. So here they start the recording process and they can stop it. But as I already said, they should say as much as they can. So let's listen to one example here.
In this picture, I can see a family again, camping, and there's 2 children, a girl and a boy, I think. The children are in the tent, but the mom and dad are drinking coffee, I think, or tea. The children are taking the tea or coffee too. And they seem to be happy.
Okay, so she described the people. She said where they were and what they were doing, and also had some ideas about their feelings or mood. Okay, and then the next task is again based on exactly the same picture, but now they have to ask 2 questions from the people in the picture. So they should think about what they would like to ask the people in the picture, and they have to ask 2 questions, and they have 15 seconds to record the questions. So let's listen to an example here.
How long have you been camping? What tea are you drinking?
So very sophisticated questions, and so the students had no problems with the task. And then task 6, which is the final task. This is the task where they will leave a voice message to their friend. They have some information. So first of all, there's a situation description, a very short one, and then a table with some information. Their task is to invite the friend somewhere and also give the friend all the information in the table. Now they have 60 seconds, and again they can think about the information first and then record their message when they are ready. And no note-taking is allowed here.
Hey Sam, would you like to watch a movie with me? It's called The Night of the Dragons. And I think we should meet in the city cinema at Tuesday, 4 o'clock. The film is starting 4:30, so 4 o'clock looks good. And the tickets are going to be $3.50. Are you coming? Call me back later so I could see if you're coming or not. Bye.
Okay. And when they've completed this task, they've completed the speaking test.